Okay, so sorry. I think I cut off Linda or something. I don't know what was going on with the echo. I couldn't get it to stop. Um, all I can say is the enemy's at it full force this week. So here we are. I'm barely hanging on, but I'm showing up today because I know you all have been waiting for the transfers craft, and I'm not going to put it off anymore. So I might be hacking a little bit, but we're going to get through this. I did find a quick and easy one. This will not be a long one today just because I don't know how long my voice and my chest is going to hang in here. But let me see if the echo is gone because I don't know why it's being like this. Okay. No echo. We're good. All right. Sorry about the bouncing back and forth. Sometimes this is just the way that it goes. So today I wanted to play with this month's rub-on transfers. So this is the He Is Risen rub-on transfers. These are currently only available to members. I do realize by doing it this way, I think it's going to be backwards for you guys, and I'm so sorry about that, but I can't get the overhead to work without an echo. So I'll take a picture when I'm done so you can see what it looks like not backwards, which I probably could have mirrored my camera or something on the back end, but I feel really, I'm just hanging in there. So we're gonna power through and do what we can do. So what I have grabbed today is I just went into my stash and I have this Dollar Tree tin that is plant for plants, and you can tell it needs a little love. I'm actually going to, I was going to re-glue this, but I'm going to trim this part off because it has some knotting here in the back and I want that on the back. So I'm just going to have this end where it ends. So we'll just fix it real quick. Sometimes that's what we have to do when we just have stuff that's sat in our stash for a couple years. No judgment, right? All right, so then I'm just going to clip off the end that we're not using. All right, so that's all I have. I'm going to rebend it back into shape. And then I have the rub-on transfers. Some other things that I've grabbed is, of course, we're going to make a scrappy bow. I don't know what we're going to use for the center. I didn't get that far when I was getting everything set up. I think I'm going to use one of the little flowers since we're doing flowers. I had a different project I was going to do with painting and a whole sign. I'll give you a sneak peek. I'm not going to do it today because I don't think my voice will hold out. Hey, Julianne. But next time we'll do this when I'm not on desk door. Okay, so this is going to be quick and easy. What I'm going to be using from the transfer set is I'm going to be using the two borders here. Let me get some longer scissors. And then I'm going to be using this graphic here for the words. So we'll just cut both those out. I'm so excited about this set of transfers because they're so pretty and I haven't got to use them at all. I just got to show you guys and that's it. I don't have enough room here. I got too much stuff going on. Oh, thank you, Julie. I know it's been rough. That first day, I didn't even leave the bed. I had just had a cold towel on my head for like 24 hours straight. So I'm mobile now. I was a little bit mobile yesterday. Now it's all just settled in my chest. So just a lot of coughing. We may not need this whole length, but I'm going to cut them out just in case. And so what I'm thinking is running these around. And I didn't plan this out ahead of time, so I might just use one because it looks like the length of these is I have enough to go around the bottom, but I don't have enough to go around the top. So if you have two sets, which some of you members have two sets, or if you get two sets later, you'll have enough to go around the top. But since I only have enough to go around the bottom, I've kind of got to pick which is going to work better. And just based off of the colors, I think I'm going to use these ones. So I'll put this aside. We'll use it for something else. But that's how you're going to know right off the bat if it's going to work. Just take it around and see if it fits. If it does, we're good. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and again, I'm sorry that I don't have the overhead camera. I'm going to snip in here because I want it to give some bend. So I'm just going to do some snips. And I'm not cutting the graphic. I'm just cutting in between the graphic because I want it to bend around. I might have to do it a little bit more. I want it to give some bend so that I can get it lined up and straight. And you could cut out all of these individual graphics, but I don't want to do that. So see how as we go around, it has that little edge right there where it can bend. That's what we want. So that's going to keep the design straight across the bottom, but it's going to give it what it needs so that we don't get wrinkles. And so for this particular one, I am not going to peel the whole thing at a time. I'm going to just do one section at a time here. And I'm actually just going to tear that off. So now I'm only working with this section, okay? And this is our back. So I'm going to line it up. This edge is straight because that's the edge of the transfer. So as long as I line that up with the edge of the bottom of the can or the pot or whatever we're using, then I know we're straight. I'm on a live. Okay. All right, what I'm finding is it may just be easier just to clip these sections. So that's what we're gonna do. Nothing like figuring it out on the fly, right? Okay, so we're just gonna go through and we're gonna rub each of these sections and then we'll take them off. Actually, I'm going to wait to take it off because what I'm going to do, sorry, this is how you learn on the fly. I'm going to take the next section because I'm worried about the spacing. That did not help me there. Oh my gosh, you guys, when you're sick, it's just a hot mess here. I want to get the spacing the same. So I'm just going to lay the next section down. So let's put all the sections first and then we'll go back through and do the rubbing. So if you just keep your little tab here in order. Hey, Lori. Hey, Paula. Then we'll just keep peeling. And lining up the next section. It's always challenging when you're working on like a rounded object because the transfers want to stay flat. Like that's their happy place. And you can tell from here, like, see, there's like the little space, but it doesn't matter because it's going to go, it's all going to just line up together and look hand painted. Hey, Diane. Hey, Patty John. I know it's been a minute. This one really knocked me out. It started with a headache and then it just went real bad after that. Okay, we'll put our last little section here. Again, we're just trying to line up with the edge of the thing, the edge of the can. And then this one, it is the back, so we can either overlap it, which I think I'll probably just do. We're going to overlap it a little bit, so in the back I have two doubled up. If that bugs you, then you can cut it or rearrange it. I'm not feeling the best. It's not bugging me. All right, so we're going to go through, and I probably need to lift this one up before I put the other one on top of it. Whoopsie. So we're just going to peel that one back a little bit. There we go. Now we should just be able to go through and we'll lift these off. So you can see they're just going to come off one at a time here. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing, because again, sorry about the overhead. I don't know. I keep getting my, Google keeps sending me this notification that my computer's, someone's trying to hack my computer. So every time it's happened like 3 times now. And so I don't know if that's why this program's not working or what's going on, but I'm gonna have to sort it out later. All right, so you can see how easy it is. We're just rubbing these off and peeling them off, and then that's just gonna leave the little floral design across the bottom. All right, that one got a little wrinkly because it's right on the seam, but that's how easy it is to do the border. Julianne said 2 of her granddaughters had that in Montana a couple weeks ago. They both missed a couple of days of school. Yeah, it stinks because my my son, this is the week before spring break, and so it's all finals, and like he's been barely hanging in there. We're like, you have to go to school, because you have to take the finals, before the break. Meanwhile, I'm like laying in bed like I can't move. Okay, next we're going to do our graphic, our main graphic. So we want this on the front of the pot. So make sure wherever you decide to put it is going to be the front. So I'm going to go, I think, right here. And again, we can just line up the best we can to the top there. And I was in Dollar Tree this morning. I didn't see if they still had these pots, but I know they always have like some type of metallic metal tin thing. So definitely check your Dollar Tree and see what they have. I forgot I had one with rope. I thought I was going to have to add the rope because I also have the ones without the rope. But again, I was kind of going through everything and I was going to do that sign. And then I was like, oh, I'm not feeling the best. I just need to do a quick live, give you guys some inspiration, and then not talk the rest of the day. Okay, this one's coming off pretty easy. This is a bigger graphic, so doesn't have a bunch of little words or anything. Now you can do these if you're new to rub-on transfers. We're doing them here on metal, but you could put them on wood, paper, glass, plastic, canvas, pretty much anything. Megan has them on her Stanley. She has the butterfly ones that we had on her Stanley. You could put them on your laptop. I've seen people do mugs, coasters. Just make sure if you're using any type of drinkware or anything like that, that you use the proper sealer to make sure that it's going to be able to be dishwasher safe. Same with coasters. Make sure you seal them so that they're heat proof. We're not going to seal this. I could seal this. If I was going to resell it, I would just do an acrylic spray to seal it. I'm just going to put it in my entryway, so I'm not going to worry about sealing it. All right, so here is it on the front. Oh, Lori said she finds them at Goodwill too. That's great. That's a great suggestion. If you're looking for the pots to upcycle, that's a great one, Lori. Thank you. Okay, and then the last thing that we need to do is it's not gonna be done without a bow, right? It's naked right now. So we're going to get, oh, I do want some jute too. Want some jute. Get my little bin of raffia over here. Okay. So we're gonna get our handy dandy bow maker. I might do some raffia and some jute. We'll see what we're gonna do. All right. I want this one in the front. All right, so I'm just taking the fabric scraps. These are from Jubilee fabric squares. And I'll figure out which way to cut it. I always got to figure out which way the strands go. Oh, they do go that way. It's always like the first one that's the pain in the booty. Yeah, if it doesn't tear one way, just turn it the other way and try that way. It's funny, when I'm not on camera and I do these, I pick the right side every time. When I'm on camera and doing this, I pick the wrong side every time. I don't know why that is, but that's just how it works for me. So I actually just do like a thumb's width when I cut it. You can do skinnier if you want. You can do thicker if you want. All right, so I need 4 of this one. And then I've just got some regular cotton here. All right, so I've got 4. Then I'm going to do a couple of this one. Just like a darker, almost like a linen cover. Okay, again, wrong side. Always when I'm on a live. All right, let's do a couple of this one. It's kind of like a tan. I should have had these done before. All right, 4 of this one, and then we're gonna be good to bow. See what I did there? She's sick, but she still got jokes. That's the joy of the Lord, right? I'm gonna say it is because I've been praying for it. Okay, we got scraps. I also am gonna have some jute, and I think I'm gonna put some raffia in there too. So we're gonna grab all that. If you don't have a thing of jute like this, get one because you're gonna need it. It's always such a great filler. Okay, so I'm going to build it upside down is what I'm trying to do. So I'm gonna start with the jute actually. All right, are you able to see what I'm doing? Let me back it up a little bit. All right, so I'm just gonna wind in some jute in here. I'm gonna keep it a little bit on the smaller side because if this is kind of like the middle of my bow and I want the scrappy parts to go out further. So basically you just wanna make sure you have, well, you don't have to, but my OCD wants to have the same amount of loops on each side. Then I'm going to come in with my one that has a little bit more color. We're just Xing them. If you don't have the Bodabra, you can just lay this on your mat and do it. Don't feel like you have to have some fancy equipment. Before I add the back of it, I am going to add some raffia. Again, I'm just looking for more texture. Just trying to texture it up. All right, with this, you know what? I actually find it easier just to wrap this around my hand. Oh, it's got 2 trundles. What do you call the little strings? Trindles. Be careful not to give yourself a sliver though, because this stuff is sneaky. All right, jamming that in there. feel like the more stuff you jam in there, just the better it is. It's like a good sandwich. Just make it yummy. Okay. Got everything in there. Can jam that down. All right, then we're going to take our string and we're going to tie it, pull it out. Now, when you pull it out, if you have this, it's going to be flat like this. We don't want that. So I only do the one knot, and then when I pull it out, then I give it a good yank. Okay, then you just jam it up. Now, this is what I have right now. What I like to do is, oh, I even had some of this and I didn't use it. It's fine. We're fluffy enough. Is I am going to go in here and cut some of these raffia pieces. So I want some loops, but I also want just some pieces sticking out. So just figure out what look you want. If you have some of this hanging and you're not liking it, just give it a little haircut. Okay, so this is kind of what we're working with here. If you don't like the strings or the strings are too long, obviously you can cut those too, but I'm kind of liking what we got here. So I'm going to angle it so that it doesn't cover up my words here. So I'm going to attach this first. Hey, Tara. I'm going to put a big blob of glue there. Put her at an angle. So I don't want to cover up our beautiful words. And then again, if this is, you know, too long, we'll just come in and just give it a little trim. All right. Be careful. It can be like your bangs where you like cut too much, you know, you're like, oh, I'll just cut a little. Oh, I just need to cut a little more. And then, you know, you don't have any bangs. That could just be me, but be careful about that. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run some jute through my button. This is not jute, this is raffia. I'm going to run some raffia through my button. And it just kind of gives it a fake look like it's sewn on. It would help when I do this if I remember to make it long enough so I can actually tie the knot. I feel like if I wasn't sick, we could do this faster. Like I was like, this is going to be a quick and easy craft, but I'm on turtle speed. All right. So I just tied a knot. Going to cut it, and then we're going to glue it so it'll stay. We'll add some glue. All right. I know the lighting's a little weird, but I'll take a picture when I'm done so that you can see. But this could be a cute little Easter pot. It's great for a centerpiece. It would be cute as a gift. So that is just one of the things that you could make with the rub-on transfers. But you could do this border to any type of round surface. You could do it a straight edge on a card. So many different ways that you could do it. And again, that is using this month's rub-on transfers. He is Risen. Right now, they're currently only available to members. So if we do have any left over, they'll be open to the public on April 1st. I have to remember what month we're in. But we still have all of these different designs that we can use. I'm going to come back when I'm feeling better. Maybe I'll do an extra live this weekend or something, because I do want to make the slatted sign. But we have all these to use. So I'll come back when I have more of a voice. And I do want to show you, this is another, so if you go shopping, if you hit Dollar Tree between now and then, I got one of these wood boxes. There's 3 sizes. Oh my God, my hair is even a mess, you guys. Lord have mercy. There's 3 sizes. I got the middle size. So the small one is probably like 3 by 3. It's not big enough. It's big enough for some of the transfers, but not most of them. If you get the middle size, it's big enough for almost all of the transfers. And then you're just going to need the fat popsicle sticks. You'll need 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll come back and show this project when I have a voice and I'm feeling better. But I just wanted to make sure that I jumped on and showed up for you guys this week because I was good enough to do one little small quick craft. So I definitely want to make sure that you guys had some inspiration for this week. Tara says she likes that it's unbreakable. Exactly. Lori, the kits are going out as we speak. They're still going out as of today. So we started with 800 orders like 3 days ago, and I think they've got it under 200 now. So they just kept powering through it even without me. So if you don't have a shipping notification yet, you will get it soon. We still have Nidia shipping today, and I still have another girl shipping. Morgan will be back on Friday night. So they should all be out by Friday. So yeah, they are going up. Julianne says her kit should be here Saturday. Perfect. Thank you, Julianne. I know I try not to overdo it, but the show must go on, as they say. I think I said that before I even got live. I was like, all right, Melanie, I had to give myself a pep talk. I'm like, we can do it. Me and Jesus, right? But that's it for today. I'll jump off. I'll take a picture so that you can see it better because I know this backwards thing is really annoying. And I will figure out what's going on with the sound before I go live next time so that you can actually see what I'm doing. All right. Thanks for jumping on, ladies. I'll post a picture so you can see it here in a minute. Until next time, happy crafting.